Padded hip belts are a critical component in preventing a posterior pelvic tilt. And so often I see them get mounted at a 45-degree angle. So they get mounted like this, which isn't the right way to do it. Trust me. Well, don't trust me. Trust Tina from Bodypoint.
I am Tina Rossler from Bodypoint.
2-point belts mounted at a 45-degree angle do not prevent posterior pelvic tilt. What they do is actually prevent an anterior pelvic tilt. So if you're trying to stop someone from a posterior pelvic tilt, this doesn't really help because it doesn't stop the hips from sliding under, and it's also really uncomfortable. You imagine having a belt at a 45-degree angle. Uncomfortable, and it also reduces your function because now you can't reach or lean forward. No. So Tina, how would you mount a 2-point padded hip belt?
Well, what we recommend is actually an angle between 60 and 70 degrees because it's going to help block the trochanters, which is the pivot point of the pelvis. So you're really blocking the femurs from being able to slide forward if the pelvis tries to rotate.
So already when you sit this, you can tell that sitting like this wouldn't be so comfortable, and this a bit more comfortable. But can we go to 90 degrees?
Absolutely. Actually, some of the emerging evidence shows that 90 degrees not only helps prevent posterior tilt, but also reduces shear, which can cause skin breakdown.
But the problem with now to 90 degrees is that there can be a movement going forward and back. So what they have made is a 4-point padded hip belt where this little tiny strap acts as an anchor to stop the belt from migrating forward. Another really awesome thing about mounted at a 90-degree angle and having this is that it allows you to pressure relieve. How do you pressure relieve with the belt on? Well, you lean forward and that actually takes the pressure off the ischial tuberosities and allows the blood flow to come back. So by having it like this, it makes this a much more functional, a much more capable way of doing a pressure relief. And whilst it's good to have the belt on the chair, it's important it actually sits on there quite snug, because if it's quite loose, then it's not really doing anything. The whole goal of the belt is to have control of the pelvis and have control of the femurs. So if it's quite loose, then your body's still going to move around in it. And so what's a good rule of thumb for having how tight we should have it?
I like to say you should be able to, with a little effort, slide the finger underneath the belt, but I shouldn't be able to stick my whole hand under there and move around.
So if you try to prevent a posterior pelvic tilt, 45 degree, not so good. 60 degree, pretty good. 90 degree, even better.